the blueprint to shred fat and build muscle at the same time. You can see already, man, all the gains, baby, So let's break it down, man, because I know a lot of people want that perfect balance, Of course, I've been training for many years, I do calisthenics, I do weight training, but mainly I do calisthenics. But let's break it down, man, I'm saying to you? So you can get the best of both worlds, So let's get it, man. So I got five. The blueprint. The blueprint. I got 5 things to show you on how to get there. The first and foremost is lift heavy and progressively overloading. So for my instance, I do calisthenics. So the way I progressively overload is through skill training. Like, of course, currently I'm doing perfecting my muscle ups, my front lever, So increasing my holding time, for example, with muscle ups, doing weighted. That is progressively loading, progressively getting better. If you're not progressively getting better, then you stay stagnant. You're not going to go to that next level. So, for example, that's to show you an example of skill training. For example, doing weighted pull-ups because I'm on the road to doing 100 kg pull-ups. Again, it's progressively overloading. Again, I'm doing 5x5. Progressive overloading. That's how it works. And I can do anything. Pull-ups, weighted dips. That's the way to get it done. You see? So whether style training that you do, you need to progressive overloading. You're either doing more sets, more reps, more weight, or harder exercise. These 4 things that you can do to improve. You get it? But progressive over is very important because when I go to the gym, I see people, the same set of people, they do the same thing over and over again. They're not pushing themselves out of comfort zone. You have to push yourself out of comfort zone gradually, not in big steps, because you'll crash. Gradually over time, you are stepping up on that, and you're getting stronger. And that is the way to go about it. So it's very, very important to lift heavy and progressive overloading. Just like when you are, for example, bulking is uncomfortable. You see, because you gotta eat X amount of calories from your comfort zone, which is just maintenance, being lean. You just gotta stop eating certain foods, and your body fat percentage will go down. But when it comes to gaining weight, you got X amount of calories, you're full, but you're eating past that stage. You're eating more, which gets uncomfortable. You see? So that's the first step. The second step is eat high protein meals. Protein is so important because what protein does, the responsibility of protein is to repair damaged muscle tissue. That's why protein is first the main purpose of protein. You see? So for example, I'm on a plant-based diet for 8 years, no steroids. Yes, sir. What I do, I get my protein from lentils, mung beans. There's a huge variety of lentils and mung beans. You see? That is where I get my protein from nuts and seeds. From my grains like quinoa, brown rice, even though they're not high in protein, but they do contain some type of protein. That's why I get my proteins from. So it's a huge variety of protein on a vegan diet. You just gotta do your own research, I wouldn't get all the gains without eating high protein food. So it's very important. That's gonna repair the muscle. And you need to consume 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per body weight. You see, that's what you need to consume. So you know that you get enough protein. Because you know enough protein, then you're missing out on the gains. So that's why it's so important to stay on top of your protein. You want to eat clean protein. You want to eat processed, fried, I don't know where you eat chicken or lamb or whatever. You want to eat home cooked foods. That's the best foods. Your own seasoning, everything. All your energy is into it. than going to buy it from the shop. You see? So yeah, high protein, you know, and you want to stay on a slight below maintenance. So 200-300 calories less of what you're eating. Below its maintenance. That's what you want to do. So I'm moving on to the step number 3 to shed fat and build muscle at the same time. And that is high interval training. High interval training, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Now, what is HIIT? There's high intensity interval training. What's that going to do? That's going to increase your strength, your endurance, burn fat, maintain your muscle, and get that shredded physique. And different ways you can do it. The easy way you can do is do 10K steps a day. You can do it 2 to 3 times 10K steps. You can do a cool down, 5 to 10 minutes post-workout. You can do a high intensity circuit. What I like to do is a high intensity circuit. You know, for example, the other day I did the bar mastery challenge. You can find out my shorts. I did the 5 muscle-ups, 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 15 straight bar dips. 15 straight bar dips and 5 toes to bar. I did that for 3 rounds. And that absolutely smoked me. But that right there is all in one. It's high intensity training. Because it's no rest, it's back to back to back. You see, build muscle, lose weight, get shredded, muscular endurance, everything. You see? So that's I'll show you an example. You understand? Going for, or you can do body weight circuit training. You know, 30 to 45 seconds on and 15 to 30 second break. You do that for 3-4 rounds, 2 to 3 times a week. That again, you get the same results. So, and the benefits, as I said before, increase your metabolism, you know, your endurance, you know, give you mental clarity, you break sweats. Sweat is very important to get rid of the toxins, the chemicals in your body. So many benefits. And also, don't forget to do active recovery, you know, and this when you're not training, you know, and this can be just go for a walk, this can be just like a light jog on the treadmill, you know, this can be playing table tennis, whatever, you know. For active recovery, it's gotta be just low, comfortable intensity. Then you can that again increase your metabolism, you know, build muscle. All these things. Number 4 is a big one. Now this is sleep. This sleep like an athlete. Sleep like an athlete. So it's very important. Sleep is when your body recovers. It's not when you're training. It's not when you're eating food. It's when you are sleeping. But your mind's off, your body's off. And that is 7 to 9 hours. Deep quality sleep. Not the sleep, deep quality sleep. That's to repair the muscle tissue, your nervous system, everything. So you wake up brand new and say you can tackle the day. You're ready to give you your best. But if you lack sleep, you haven't slept accordingly, you know already, man. Your focus out there, you want to perform X, Y, Z. You see? So you have to make sure you prioritize your sleep. Try your best to go sleep at the same time and go to bed at the same time. Very important. I don't mess around with my sleep. But I know already if I'm not on top of my sleep, I know I won't be able to break that new PR, be at the best at the gym. And all the tasks I'm doing, I won't be able to be at my best. So it's very important to sleep like an athlete, 7 to 9 hours. Do whatever you need to do to get out this sleep. You know, stretch out, you know, do breath work. Make sure your room is dark, it's cold. You meditate, whatever methods you need to do to get a high quality sleep. Then you should become unstoppable. Every day you are your best. Nothing can stop you. And the last thing I want to talk about is that you want to stay on top of tracking your progress. You know, So tracking your workouts, are you going forward, going backwards? You're tracking your sleep. You're tracking your nutrition. Are you getting enough protein, calories? You see, are you, your workouts, are you improving? Are you progressive overloading? Whether it's more heavier weight or more sets, more reps. You see, that's where you need to collect this data. And then of course, when you do that, then you see that over time you progress in 60, 90 days. You feel like, whoa, I was here, but now I'm there. That's very important. You see? And you of course you are progressing. Over time you're progressing. I mean, it's all patience, hard work, dedication, focus, eliminating distractions, and that's it. You are ready, man. You're continuously progressing. That's what you want. So these are my 5 steps blueprint to help you shed fat and build muscle. Now, you got any questions? Comment down below, man, because I know a lot of people struggle with this, find it a big challenge. Comment down below, so I can help you, whether they need help with. Share this video with your friends and family, and obey the algorithm by hitting that like button. Share the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.